taking into account all the information, right? People said that previously in the past, the dude was posting pictures of her wearing similar outfits. He was actually encouraging it. He was recording it like, that's mine. You basically like, y'all can't have that. And I'm flaunting it to show you that you aren't me, right?
Okay.
But when she's out in public somewhere else where he doesn't have control over the environment, he's angry about it. There's a level of insecurity and narcissism there. I can agree with that, right?
I don't know if the outfit in and of itself is the situation for him. That's what he was tweeting about. But I think it was the fact that she was like hugging on Usher. And Usher been known. We all know the Boondocks. And the dude that wrote the Boondocks came out and said that was a real story.
A lot of people don't know that. His name is Carl Jones. You can look it up. He said that episode was based on a real story between him, his wife, and Usher.
Usher be out here dirty macking.
The episode was legit. Yeah, the episode was based on a true story.
The man is just I think he's just like some regular like business owner dude. I don't think he's like anybody famous or anything like that. So the amount of clout, he probably feels a little bit of insecurity about her like hanging on the Usher.
Because let's keep it a buck. There are certain, and all us guys know this, there are certain dudes out here that can steal your girl almost instantly. For the most part, their success rate is probably 95%.
Because people were saying that he shouldn't have brought the conversation to Twitter. He should have just had that conversation behind closed doors. But Keke responded publicly. She puts out some merch saying the famous quotes that she has about like she's Stevie Wonder to the bullshit. She took his same exact tweet, the you a mom tweet, and put that as merch. I'm a mom. So she's publicly responding. She made a couple of TikToks, a couple of videos, I guess. I don't know where she posted them. And she was talking about the situation. I just don't understand. Like, I mean, I feel like men just get clowned in any sense of anything that men do that's like women have a problem with it. The women are going to make sure that they criticize the men for whatever the fuck the situation is.
I just think you should know, you kind of know what you're dealing with when you're going in, right? In this case, maybe it's just they had a child and just happened spontaneously and they agreed to keep it. That's a little different. But when you're dating someone.
No, they were talking about being like in love and stuff. They were showing up to all these parties talking about how they were a couple. This isn't just like some fling ass shit. That's why it doesn't make any sense. Because you don't and we don't know what their situation is, even though we have seen that like I think they unfollowed each other. He took off all the pictures of her on his Instagram. He's being petty and shit. Like all the insecure arguments that I've been seeing, that's all true. That's very valid. Those are very valid arguments. He is being insecure. But what person in a relationship is going to see see the person that they're dating just hanging on to the arms and enjoying a great time, wearing a certain type of clothing, dressed up a certain way, and not feel insecure about that? Everybody's going to feel insecure about that situation. But we just going to make sure that if a man says something publicly, if a man says something that has an issue, we're going to make sure to tear that ass up. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
We're going to get to Jonah Hill in a second. Sorry,
and that's why I was going to transition to, continue what I was saying about you knew what you were getting to going in, moving on to the Jonah Hill situation. Mm-hmm. So Jonah Hill, I don't know, is she an ex-girlfriend? Are they still dating?
Yeah, she's an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, one of his exes, she posted some text messages of him basically grilling her and laying out guidelines on what she needs to be doing as somebody who's his girlfriend. So
I don't even like the way you set it up. See, it's like the way that the narrative of Twitter and these social media accounts, the way that they press this narrative, it makes us all feel like these men deserve to be criticized for whatever the boundaries are that they're setting up. That's all this is. All Jonah Hill was talking about. This woman comes out. I don't think we need to say her name, but the woman comes out and she's posting all of the messages, essentially almost in a way doing exactly what Keke Palmer's boyfriend is doing.
It's exactly the same.
Publicly
it literally is that it's literally, I'm getting a text up right now. It's
publicly sharing all of the information about the insides and outs of their relationship and sharing all these text messages about how Jonah Hill was doing this and that. The text messages were including things like, "Yeah, I want you to kind of abide by my boundaries." Go ahead.
Yeah, he said this is how he started. So he told her basically, he said, plain and simple, if you need, and he said if you need surfing with other men, boundaryless, inappropriate
That's
friendships
a made-up
with
word.
men.
Yeah, I stumbled on that.
Yeah, it was weird. It was
he made up a word.
Yeah. To model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful. I'm not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there are no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership.
He's just setting up boundaries. That's all it is. And the boundaries, if you guys agree with the boundaries or disagree with the boundaries, it seems like most people disagree with the boundaries. The way that this woman came out and said that he was a misogynist, and I think she said that he was emotionally damaging. She called him a narcissist. She said all these things publicly. I don't want us to forget about this publicly because I'm connecting this to Keke Palmer. She said all these things publicly about him, and everybody decided to, okay, whatever the woman said is fine. Even though it was public, whatever. We're going to make sure that we attack Jonah Hill in this circumstance. I really feel like it's just an attack men thing. And I'm not with this whole like traditional man, alpha male shit. It's not all about that. I'm not getting into that bag. I'm just saying these are just what I'm seeing logically as a rational thinker, as being pragmatic as possible. It looks to me like this is a pure and blatant double standard where we just had a situation happen a few days ago with Keke and her boyfriend, and then you have a situation with Jonah Hill and his ex-girlfriend. The same exact thing basically is being set up here. And in both circumstances, the man is getting attacked. The man is the one that's doing everything wrong. Am I wild for thinking that?
I don't know. I see it a little differently. The reason is I understand that the gender of the person who posted the information is different, but the information that's being posted is the same shit. What I mean by that is, in this case, Keke Palmer's boyfriend was the one who posted the reaction, right?
Yes.
It would be as if Jonah posted these text messages himself versus Keke doing it, right? If Keke's baby daddy sent those messages to her and then Keke posted it would be the same thing as in this Jonah Hill situation. The information being conveyed is very similar. Boundaries are being set, period. But we're just seeing a difference in who in the relationship posted that information. Information is still being relayed by the same gender. It's still being relayed by the male. I agree that I feel like people are caring about this a little too much and going a little too far, but I still feel like these boundaries are being set, and I think boundaries are fine. Right?
Boundaries are fine.
If you don't agree with the boundaries, then don't get me in a relationship. And I still think
you got it. But you're seeing what I feel like you're seeing what I'm saying, but I'm not saying it properly or something.
I think that's what it is.
The man in both of these scenarios are getting attacked. It doesn't matter because everybody's saying that we're gonna make sure that Darius understands that it's not what he said. It's the fact, like, no one has anything really to say. Some people do about like the whole traditional man and stuff like that. Let women wear whatever they want or whatever. Have a good time, whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. Everybody is saying that the fact that Darius came out and said things publicly is the issue. Jonah Hill is just minding his own fucking business. And his ex-girlfriend, says things publicly about him. Yet Jonah Hill, the man in the situation, is still getting the brunt of the criticism. That is the double standard I'm trying to set up. The boundaries, yes. Boundaries are fine. If you agree with if you abide by the boundaries, whatever. But in both circumstances, the man is getting attacked. And that's what I have a problem with.
And I agree with that. And when it comes to Jonah, I still think, it's his boundaries, right? If you don't agree with his boundaries, leave. But I do agree that there's a lot of insecurity there, right?
Yes, of course.
Surfing with men. If she's a surfer, if she's a pro surfer, this is what she does. In a male-dominated sport, she's gonna be around men. I don't really know what to tell you. That'd be like if your girlfriend was a lawyer, and being a lawyer is male-dominated. It's like, I don't want you around men at work, and she works in a law firm that's dominated by males.
He's being silly for that. That's extremely insecure. That's why I'm not saying anything. I don't have anything to say about the insecurity part. I completely agree with all that. And every single man is insecure in every relationship. That's just what it is. We're possessive. That's just how our minds are built. I don't know why it works that way. That's just how it works. I think women are the same. They just don't publicly say these types of things. Everybody is possessive in their relationship. He doesn't have to. This is kind of like that Steven Crowder incident. Isn't that guy's name? Who was the dude that was
they caught him on that camera that was like outside his house.
That's Steven Crowder
on the back deck. Yeah,
he's kind of like that. And a lot of people on that side of the aisle are gonna say like, oh, he's just a traditional man. Like people were saying that about Darius. Like he's just a traditional man. He wants his girl. He wants the child's mother to dress a certain way, dress appropriately, stuff like that. Uphold a certain look. because he was talking about how you're not representing us properly and stuff like that. I don't care about any of that stuff. The woman can wear whatever she wants. If you trust the woman to not cheat, then whatever. Who cares what she wears? Who cares who she talks to? That doesn't even matter to me. I'm only upset about the fact that in both situations, you're going to make sure that the man gets the brunt of the problem. But I don't know. You have anything else to say about it? Because that's all I have.
That's really all I got to say. I think these are overblown. And I think at the end of the day,
they very much
I think at the end of the day, people love to post their relationships online.
Yeah.